So in a couple of weeks, we have CES 2021, and it's gonna feel weird, like really weird. I'm not gonna be there. The rest of the tech space is not gonna be there because it's all being done online. A lot of the news that comes out during CES, you're gonna find out at the exact same time as me. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And I think gaming laptops are going to be an interesting space. I read the leaks, I've read the rumors, and there's some good things, but there's also a lot of the same. Some of these designs will look very familiar, feel very similar to the laptops you're used to in 2020. Some companies will push the envelope by making thinner gaming laptops with more horsepower inside. Other companies will release these crazy concepts that no one will buy, but foster new ideas in the gaming space. The one company I'm really interested in hearing about is Asus, because in 2020, they gave us the Zephyrus G14. Now, this was a cool idea, a 14-inch laptop with a lot of power, and it wasn't perfect. It could get hot. You know, it had ghosting on the screen if you got the 1080p model, but they're gonna have a second year making this. It's gonna be refined. It's gonna have the latest AMD 5000 series CPUs and possibly a more powerful NVIDIA GPU, since you're gonna see AMD laptops with higher end NVIDIA GPUs in 2021. The other area that's gonna be different is the displays. Forever, we've been used to these 1920 by 1080p displays with refresh rates anywhere from 60 to 300 hertz. I think we're gonna see a lot of companies come out with QHD displays. QHD displays with high refresh rates. And this is great, you know? A lot of the laptops you buy may not need to use a QHD display for gaming, but maybe you're someone like me who loves to game but wants a higher res display for content creation. I no longer need to choose between two different styles of laptops. I can just buy a gaming laptop and be able to do both. Other companies might mess around with the aspect ratio. I have a feeling you're gonna see some companies come out with maybe a 16-inch display and a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. Now, these QHD displays are not gonna have 240 or 300 hertz refresh rates, probably somewhere between 100 and 200, and that's fine. I still think going into 2021, the sweet spot is gonna be anywhere from 144 to 165. A lot of these games just can't push that many frames per second. Then there's performance, right? AMD killed it in 2020. They made Intel look ridiculous. Every time I would put out an Intel video or a laptop with an Intel processor, it was, oh, no AMD, no buy, bro. Even if it was a laptop that you couldn't get an AMD processor in, because 2020, if you wanted an RTX 2070 or a 2080, you had to get it with an Intel processor. But 2021, AMD is releasing their 5000 series CPUs. These CPUs are gonna be the 5900HX. That's the highest clocked processor you can get. The X meaning it's overclockable. This is something that AMD didn't do last year. You'll still have the HS and you'll still have lower variants of it, but this is all gonna be based on the Zen 3 architecture. A lot of the rumors and speculations are saying that you're gonna see a 30% performance increase compared to the 4000 series. But don't discount Intel yet. They may not be as competitive in the desktop market, but they're still kinda competitive in some ways in the laptop market. 2021, they're gonna have the Tiger Lake H series processor, which is gonna be based on the 10 nanometer architecture. This is the first time for H series processors. So you can expect higher clock speeds, and you're gonna have core counts of up to 8, just like AMD. So I'm kinda curious to see the speed difference between both manufacturers. Now, GPUs, it's gonna be the same story as last year. If you want the best GPU, you're gonna have to go NVIDIA. Based on some of the slides I've seen, the 1650 Ti and the 1660 Ti is here to stay. You'll find them in the lower end gaming laptops, but then you're gonna have brand new GPU cards, the 30 series, 3060, all the way up to the 3080 Max-Q. Now, the desktop 30 series got a huge performance upgrade, but I don't think it's gonna be as significant in laptops. You have to remember, the desktop GPUs are sucking a lot more power than they did before. You can't do that with a laptop. You start sucking more power, you need bigger bricks, you need bigger chassis because more heat's going to be produced. I'm not foreseeing a huge performance increase. My guess is anywhere from 15 to 25% depending on the GPU you buy. Now, AMD is also gonna have their 6000 series, and I'm sure they'll be better than the previous year, but I still feel like they're probably gonna be best in a budget to mid-range laptop. As for thermals, it's the same story as every other year. Which laptop company is going to offer the best balance? Some companies just love letting the CPU run really hot so you can squeeze every ounce of performance. Others do a better job of balancing it, and others are super conservative. And just like we do every single year, us reviewers will review every laptop individually to find out which ones do it the best. Fan noise will still be there because these are gaming laptops and there's a lot of performance inside of these thin chassis, so don't expect any sort of quiet experience. Either way, I'm always excited for new products, and if you want to see some of the coverage coming out of CES 2021, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.